You're watching the Cowboys Report presented today by Manscaped. 20% off and free shipping all of their top-of-the-line men's grooming products when you use promo code Cowboys over at manscaped.com. Make your Halloween look like more of a king-size treat this spooky season with Manscaped. How about them Cowboys? A 49-point offensive showing. Team almost 50 burger in this one as Dallas scores 49. The Bears score 29. Not the best defensive showing, but more than good enough out of the Cowboys offense. The ground game, the passing game, all of it was damn impressive. Some injury news we'll get to, but first, what is your one-word reaction to the Cowboys win? Big, essential, quality, strong? Let me know, one word only, in the comment section. Let's hit some injury news and notes. Anthony Barr left this game in the first half, I believe, with a hamstring injury. He did not return. I don't know the severity of it. We'll check in on his replacement, Damone Clark, later on in today's video. But Barr did leave the game with a hamstring injury. Severity unknown. We'll see on that front. But we'll talk about the Cowboys even later. All right, Donovan Wilson also injured in this game. I'm going to call it leg, hand. I don't know if it was a calf, ankle, whatever it was. But Wilson, on a Justin Fields quarterback keeper, was injured. He did not return to the football game. Cowboys at one point were super thin at safety. No Malik Hooker today. He was out with a hamstring injury himself. Jayron Kearse left the game, but was able to return and made some splash plays down the stretch. So, good news there on Jayron Kearse. He should be okay. We'll have to wait and see, though, on Donovan Wilson. Other players like Connor McGovern, on a quick note here, did return as well. He left the game, came back in, so mostly healthy, minus a few of those players. What is your concern level over the safety injuries for the Dallas Cowboys? Scale it for me from 1 to 10. 1 on the low end, 10 on the high end. Kearse come back is a big deal. That would have been a huge concern for me. I think they'll be okay. It's the pinned comment on today's video. So if the ad break comes here on YouTube, take advantage of it. 1 to 10, your concern level over those safety injuries. Cowboys win 49-29, a damn impressive performance out of your Cowboys. And for the first time all year, it is the offense that is to be credited for your victory. Not your defense. They did enough, right? But if you drop 49 points, hell, 42 minus the defensive score. Yeah, you can make it 39 minus the 3 points your offense gave on an interception. Like, you should win every game you play. The Cowboys' offense was the big reason why. And that leads our takeaways. Tony Pollard, ladies and gentlemen, he was awesome. Tony Pollard, the Cowboys again did not fully trust his volume. Pollard did not have a massive workload in terms of carries and touches. In fact, he only had, in the end, 15 touches. But 131 on the ground, 16 through the air, and 3 total scores. Was a very impressive win for the Dallas Cowboys. That was huge for Dallas to do what they were able to do and win the football game. And Pollard was a big factor in that W. He was awesome. The explosive plays continued to be there for the Dallas Cowboys. And Pollard, although the Cowboys, again, do not trust him fully with a 20-plus touch workload, I'm not sure they ever will. He averaged 9.4 yards per carry? Shit, man. That's pretty fucking awesome. I thought Tony Pollard was awesome in this game. Perhaps your offensive MVP, as good as the entire unit was. Hats off to Tony Pollard. And, of course, it raises questions about the future of Pollard and what the Cowboys will do from a future contract perspective, etc. If you want to pay Tony Pollard, of course, you guys can type in. I forget who super chatted, but somebody did. Type in PP if you want to pay Tony Pollard. That is a off-season problem. We'll have plenty of conversation on it, though, I am sure. Number 2, it's a much better offensive game plan from Kellen Moore. I think this week, and I think we can blame the Bears defense too, but that is the most I've said, wide open insert player. They used CeeDee in the backfield. They got an entire series of Lamb in the backfield, and they scored on it. Now, again, it's one time, Kellen. One time. Run the angle route. That's all I'm asking for. But Lamb, 7 targets, 5 catches, 77 yards. And most of this damage came in the first half. You know, the Cowboys in the second half had a nice long scoring drive, but their second half drives, as I look here, were punt, touchdown, a long touchdown. That's Pollard busted loose for 54 yards. Punt, end of game. So it was mostly first half damage for Lamb. And Dalton Schultz, by the way, it is not an accident that Dak Prescott comes back and Schultz is again a huge part of your offense. 6 catches, 74 yards. He played well. The entire offense should be very pleased with how they fared this week. Today's show is made possible by Manscaped. 20% off and free shipping when you use promo code COWBOYS over at manscaped.com. The Lawnmower 4.0. The perfect package designed to make your performance package, your Halloweeny, if you will. You know what I'm saying, right? Don't make it hairy this Halloween season. Keep it nice and tight. Manscaped.com, 20% off and free shipping when you use promo code COWBOYS over at manscaped.com. Links in the comment section and in the description of today's show. Takeaway number 3. Dak played great today. 21 of 27, 250 yards, 2 scores, and the one pretty bad, I'd say, INT. There are some who would blame Lamb for not cutting it shallow enough, but I'll blame the quarterback to be clear on that one. That's 77.8% completion rate. Oh, he also had 53 carries and a score. 3 total touchdowns. The big reason, especially early, why you move the ball so well on offense. You ended up with more carries than runs, or more runs than passes, because you're up big in the fourth quarter. You use the pass to make life easier on your ground game. That, my friends, was a fantastic showing out of Dak Prescott. That's an A grade for me from Dak. Not flawless. It was the INT, but a very good showing there by Mr. Dak Prescott. Now, if you want free Cowboys videos every single day, this is the right spot. The trade deadline is days away. Hit that big red button and subscribe, youtube.com/@CowboysTV. Free videos when you guys subscribe, so don't miss out. We mentioned the Anthony Barr injury, right? Guess who was top backup? Mr. Damone Clark. And Damone Clark, I got to go back and watch. The opposing team ran the ball well against you. 6 tackles. Pretty solid. The first ever game in the NFL, and your rookie 5th-round pick, who would have been earlier had not been for injury, played well. I was impressed by Damone Clark. We'll see what he does moving forward, but Clark is clearly a piece of this defense. The Cowboys don't trust Jabril Cox, in particular, in run defense. They trust Clark much more there. Let's talk defense overall now, my final point of today's show. Not great. If I had told you the Bears score 29, you would have gone, it makes me nervous. Well, you won by 20. So this is why you want a Dak back, right? Because your offense can carry you in a way they had never done with Cooper Rush. They score 49 points, and the defense plays great. So more on this in a second. But first, who do you think was the Cowboys' MVP today? Was it Dak, Pollard, CD, the coaching staff? Let me know who you think was MVP on today's show. The stat sheet says the Bears had 240 rushing yards. In most cases, you win that game. 240 is a lot of yards to allow on the ground, right? 5.6 yards per carry. There were some negative plays on top of that. Herbert, 6.2. He torched a couple times in that third quarter. Fields and the mobile quarterback was your problem, 7.5 yards on the ground. But David Montgomery was bottled up, 3.5 yards per carry. The number one play the Cowboys have issues with right now is the jet sweep. Velus Jones, 2 carries, 33 yards. Got to be better there. You need better play from your defense, but this is why you wanted Dak back, because your offense can carry you. Your offense is why you won this football game. Bears ran it a lot. They weren't even trying to win late. They just kept running the football. Fine. Let them bleed clock. I'm not as worried about it as because you won by 20, right? Big strength from the Cowboys, and the offense showed what they can do. It's a bad team. Sure. Go show me all the teams dropping 49 in a singular game this year. Everyone should be feeling great entering the bye this week.